Live from San Diego Comic-Con 2017. I'm Lorraine Sink, joined by
Miya.
and you're dressed as Mantis today, which is amazing.
Yes.
So this costume was actually debuted on our Marvel Becoming series. Is that correct?
Yes. We did 3 different videos that were special for Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
You hold up your mic just a little bit so we can hear
yeah.
you.
And I ended up doing a Yondu and a Mantis, and then we brought on a Nebula. So that was a new kind of.
Very cool. Now, you are a makeup artist, and you created these Mantis antennae yourself, right?
Yes. So for Comic-Con, I made them a little bit smaller, and then I made full facial prosthetics that went kind of like down to my nose for the Becoming video.
Right.
Yes.
And so you've done a refined version of them for this Comic-Con.
Because I wanted it to go a little bit faster and a little bit more streamlined. The facial prosthetic took a little bit longer to apply.
Right,
you're doing a full day of filming, so.
Very cool. So let's talk a little bit about all the different elements of this costume, because there's so many details that like really make it sing. And is this the this is like based more on the cinematic version of the costume?
This is based off of the current Volume 2 for Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So a lot of the detailing has like leaf patterns, petal patterns, and the pants. So,
if you guys can hear, we have a little alarm going on in the background. We're well aware that it's happening. Don't worry, it'll pass in a little bit, and that's what a live show is all about. Sometimes, you know, you have an alarm. So, anyways, back to it. So, this is based on the cinematic universe Mantis costume.
Yes.
And what was it about that character in particular that you felt kind of drawn to cosplay yourself? Because I know you do makeup on other people also.
I do. I mostly do a lot of makeup on other people for cosplay. I've done a lot of demos at Comic-Con before. But I thought Mantis would be really fun to do. It's still like, for me, it was subtle enough. Like she still kind of looked human.
She has a normal face.
Yeah,
but
she still had like little details that made her kind of alien-like, which I love the makeups on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, they're so incredible.
Yeah, I think they're fantastic. Like, there's so many great makeups on that film, and I didn't want to go like totally ham and totally crazy by doing something like a little extreme. So I thought Mantis was like a good medium, because I like making the prosthetics, and I wanted to do something that had some special effects element to it. So that's what drew me to the character.
Very cool. So we have another alarm. But your hair has some really cool highlight, like pulled through it. I love that.
So I was able to look at a lot of the assets from the film, and I noticed she had like some green highlights in the hair that I wouldn't have noticed if at the time when I was making it, I was going based off of the trailers and the teaser trailers.
Definitely.
So getting like a detailed look at those photos was great, and even like the scleras. She has a little bit of purple around the eyes. It wasn't just black.
If you guys can see, her contacts are perfect. You have like the huge pupils that make her look so sweet, and then you have the rim
it's like
of
a slight
purple
tint. So it was like those little details that I'm super grateful that Marvel provided for me, that I was able to really grab and like pull into this costume.
And those are something that you have to sort of like pre-order, because it is something that's like medical grade that goes in your eye, right?
These scleras they're mini scleras, and they're hand painted, and they're made to my prescription.
Wow.
And they're very comfortable, but yeah, you have to kind of get really good ones that fit to your eye, because it's like a big piece of plastic in your eye essentially. So
yeah, you really want that to fit right. And the lashes, I think, are such the perfect set. You know, Palm, who plays the role, has the very sweet eyes, and like the lash really like
she's super like innocent looking. I think like Mantis is very naive and innocent, and I noticed also like her lashes were a little bit feathery when I was looking at the close-ups. So I actually took 2 different sets of lashes and cut them up and like added a little bit of the feathery bit at the end. They're a little bit longer than hers, but I think it works, and
I love
it's
them.
fun. So yeah,
I think they read great at a con too. It's like you want a little pop to you.
Yeah, thank you.
And then the antenna, just applying the one, how long does it take to just make them in the first place, and then how long does it take you to get made up?
So for these ones, these are encapsulated silicone prosthetics. So the material is like a platinum silicone.
Do they have a wire or something that holds them?
They do. It took about, I would say, 5 days to make, from sculpting it to molding it to casting them. And I did stick a little bit of a wire in them to give them that structure. But the silicone that I used is a harder based silicone, so it tends to like not be droopy. It stands up pretty well. I like the silicone. It has a little bit of that translucency to it that kind of looks more skin-like.
More human, yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of jiggles or moves a little bit, like that I think is really fun. So
I love that.
Yeah, so.
And then, did you construct the costume, or did you work with a costumer?
We worked with a costumer, Diana and Alicia from Dial C Costumes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Great. Amazing.
So she was amazing. I don't think I would have been able to make the entire costume in the time frame that I had.
Right, sure.
So
it's a big job.
Yeah, she pumped this out. They both pumped this out in 3 weeks. This is all, the green is all hand painted with jacquard because they couldn't find the green that they wanted. So they ended up painting everything, which is great. And I maybe went in for one fitting, and it
fit like a dream.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah,
that's so awesome.
Very fortunate.
Now you're also going to be doing some cool stuff for us while you're here at San Diego.
Yes, we're going to be doing something called Marvel Ambush.
Yeah.
So we're going to be grabbing a few cosplayers and doing like kind of ambushing them.
Like a little becoming
it's
episode,
it's like a really mini becoming, and we do like a quick 30-minute fun Marvel character makeup on them. So
I'm so excited to see that.
That's going to be done later on today. So
how fun to just like be at the con and then get a little ambush makeover situation. That'll be so cool.
Like a little mini makeover, so it'll be fun.
Which characters from Marvel are you most excited to cosplay or create makeups for that are either past or upcoming?
Oh man. I would say upcoming Ragnarok looks amazing.
Yes.
I know a lot of people are really excited about Hela.
Oh yeah.
She looks stunning. I mean, Cate Blanchett is stunning.
Well, she is stunning, yes.
I think like she has like this really cool like headpiece.
Oh yeah, the big headdress with like the kind of antler looking.
Yeah, that would be really cool to construct. In the
she's
past,
got some pretty fierce like eye makeup.
Yeah, she does. I like the piece with like when she looks like when she's with the big handler headpiece. I think that's a really cool like effect.
It's so epic and so cinematic looking.
And in the past, one of my favorite characters is Storm.
Oh, love Storm.
Yeah, I love Storm.
Yeah.
So she's super fierce.
And she's got great hair always.
She does. She always has great hair.
Which hair, like which do? Because she's, she likes to go mohawk. She likes to go like poof.
I love the mohawk version of her, like the 80s mohawk, but I don't think I could ever pull that off. But I do like, that's probably my favorite version of her. Or like where she has like the leopard print bodysuit from Black Panther.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that.
Really cool.
I love those wedding issues. They're like some of my favorite things. And speaking of that, what got you into cosplaying and creating makeup?
I've been in the con scene for so long. So like I have like well over 10 years, and I've just made so many great friends going to the conventions. Like this is my 8th San Diego Comic-Con, and I go with my family every year. So
so you're from a nerd family.
Yeah.
It's born in.
It is born and bred, but I've started like from reading fantasy when I was little, and I think that's what really got me into makeup in the first place, is like I really wanted to do something that I could create, like
totally.
Yeah, and not really be in this world, I guess, or so, like kind of like a creative outlet for me.
Oh, definitely.
So, but yeah, I always admire the cosplay craft. People are so talented in what they make.
Cool.
And coming to the cons and seeing them every year.
Oh, it's like one of the best things about the cons. Like everybody comes to see Marvel and see all these things, and but it's also about the fans, and that's what I love.
Seeing what they can make. I think that's very admirable, and especially because for a lot of people it's a hobby.
Definitely.
It's not their like.
It's just a passion for fun.
It's a super passionate people who are very talented, and it's a great creative outlet, and I can definitely sympathize with that, I guess.
Love it.
Empathize with that. So,
I love it.
Yeah.
So you've also worked on other episodes of Becoming, as you have mentioned. What were the other episodes that you worked on?
I did the episode with Yondu.
Which is
yeah.
beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
You can watch all of these videos at Marvel.com or on the Marvel YouTube.
Yes.
They're great. You should watch.
I had a lot of fun. I created the fin that he wears.
Right.
And
because he has the big full fin.
Yes, this time he gets the full fin, and I sculpted and molded and casted that as well, and I made little prosthetics around it so it looks like it was coming out of his head, like his skin.
Cool.
And I also made like the scars that went onto his face, and it's just a really fun makeup to do. My model was awesome.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
He looked great. So he looked like a younger kind of Yondu, but it worked out, and the costuming was beautiful. I think he's just a really cool character, and a lot of people really, I think, grabbed onto Yondu, especially after the second film. So.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that relationship too is so special.
I know.
Like, not just in the Marvel universe, but I think really, like, in movies, we've never seen that kind of acknowledgement of like the sort of stepfather, adoptive father relationship and how important it is.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's such a great
thing. It was
thing.
really like heartwarming to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did that one, and then I did the one with Singularity.
Right, which is epic. That's an epic cosplay. I mean, because Singularity is really not just like a costume. It's like her whole body.
Yeah, I didn't have the time to paint her whole
universe.
body, but I did get to paint Melly, our model, and I get to do galaxy makeup, and it was something that I'm not really, like, it's not really my style, so it wasn't something I was very familiar with, so it was something to kind of push for me to use all the bright colors and the shimmer, and that was really fun to do. So I've had the chance to do a lot of fun makeups with Marvel, which is great.
So if someone wants to get into doing cosplay or doing like a cool kind of makeup for the convention, what's your big advice?
Practice.
Practice before you get here, right?
Yeah, it's always like practice. I feel like people get really intimidated with makeup, but it's something you can just take off. It's not permanent, you know. So start off small and definitely keep practicing, and you will get better. You know what I mean? So I'd say that's my best advice, and never stop practicing. Like, you never stop learning. You should never stop learning.
Well, so, I think that's so interesting too about like a lot of the stuff that you guys do, building prosthetics and stuff. Like, each character is going to have its own unique stuff, and that might mean having to learn a new skill or something like that, right?
Every time I learn something new, whenever I do something, like, I always learn a new way to do something or a new trick. So it keeps things fresh and it keeps things interesting, I think so.
I love that. Well, we are going to be showing your episode of Becoming, where you become Mantis, right after this. But where can fans find you online?
I'm on Instagram.
There you go.
Yes, and it's Miya. It's like 5 M's. I'm also on Facebook, Miya Tamlyn Makeup.
Perfect.
Those are the 2 big ones that I hang out at the most. So.
Very cool. Yeah. And I hope we'll see more episodes of Becoming with you, because you're so wonderful.
I hope you bring me back.
We will,
have
I'm
such
sure.
a blast, and I love doing them all the time. So
awesome.
Yeah.
We'll stay here at Marvel Live from San Diego Comic-Con 2017 and hashtag Marvel SDCC, and of course watch it all at marvel.com/SDCC 2017. Stick around for a Marvel booth tour right now.
Bye.